So one of the things that I see a lot when I mentor people, people seem to be writing things that are more technically correct than they are emotionally correct, if that makes sense. And I think a lot of times what happens is that we get caught up in rhyme schemes and structure and length of the song that we kind of forget that the song needs to move somebody to do something. In the old days, we would say, well, you need to move someone to go buy your record or your CD, something like that. But to cause that to happen, the listener has to feel something. These days, it's more, they're going to go put you on their playlist to stream, or they're going to, play your song over and over on whatever streaming platform they listen. But to cause that kind of action, you have to cause a reaction in the listener. So that's what we're going to talk about today. The first one, though, is I think to write things that you care about. Every now and then I'll hear someone's song and be giving them feedback, and I'll just go, I'm just not feeling this. Is this something that you are really passionate about? And they'll say, no, I just thought it was a cool story, or I thought, I saw this and thought it was an interesting title. And so it's more a piece of fiction than it is an actual thing that they cared about. And a lot of times that comes across in our writing. So if I'm writing a song about my children that I love dearly, or my grandchildren, or my wife, I'm going to have a lot more passion in those songs than if I'm writing about someone I don't know. The next one on my list is to let the furniture in your song support the emotion, not the other way around. So if I'm talking about an old blue Ford truck in my song, there needs to be a reason that there's an old blue Ford truck in my song. And maybe that reason is that granddaddy passed that down to my daddy, who passed it down to me. So there's this emotional tie to that truck. It's not just an old truck that I bought cheap somewhere. It's a truck that has some emotional significance. So I think it's really important to think of the furniture, or when I'm talking about that, I mean like the pictures, the nouns, the things people can see. Let those things support the emotion instead of the other way around. A lot of times it feels like when I do mentoring, the songs are serving the pictures, not the other way around. So the pictures should support the emotion of the song as opposed to the other way around. Number 3 on my list is to show the importance of your furniture emotionally. One technique that I use a lot is I show you something and then I tell you how it matters. I show you something and then I tell you how it matters. I'm continually doing this back and forth between what you can see and what you can feel. And I'm not just putting that blue truck in and letting it sit out there. Sometimes I'll hear songs and they've got just all these great pictures, but I don't know what any of it means to the singer, and that kind of loses me. So it's important to show the importance of your furniture emotionally, or your pictures emotionally. So the last thing I would recommend that you do when you finish writing, when you finish editing, all that kind of stuff, take the emotional temperature of your song and just honestly go, okay, 1 to 10, with 10 being this song is I Can't Make You Love Me level of emotion, or 1, this song doesn't have much emotion. Rate your song and honestly go, okay, how much did I turn up the passion or the feeling or the emotion of this song? Could I have done more? But, what am I feeling right now? Or play it for somebody you trust and ask them to do that. Say, emotionally, for what you're feeling from this song, rate it from 1 to 10 and get some feedback on that. And I think that can be really valuable, because so many times we feel like we've written a song that has so much emotion and energy in it because there's so much emotion and energy in the backstory that we overlook the fact that we didn't really pay that off in the actual song. If you can learn to be honest with yourself and take the emotional temperature of the song, or if you have people that you trust to give you that kind of feedback, I think that can be really valuable to you. And sometimes I do that maybe a week later, because when I write the song, I'm excited about it and I want to let myself be excited about it and remain that way for a little bit. So I'll give myself a week and I'll come back to that song. And by that time, I've written 4 or 5 more songs, and I can listen to it again and be a little more objective about I'm not feeling a lot in this song. And when I talk about emotion, I'm not meaning only like sadness or deep love. There's emotion can be all kinds of things, and heart can be all kinds of things. I think the song Red Solo Cup that Toby Keith put out has a lot of heart in it. There's a lot of truth in that song, and it makes you laugh. It makes you want to get up and dance. It makes you want to sing along. And those things come about when there's heart in a song, so heart can come out in all kinds of different ways. It's not just those deep emotional songs, whether happy or sad.